Hey guys, Jarek here, and Raptor's back doing some more Colonial Marines. This time we're doing some team deathmatch on the Hive.
The Hive.
And this is one of the better maps. Some of the maps I'm not a big fan of because there are notorious camping spots, and this one kind of has one, but it's a lot easier to get people that want to camp in the corner.
People are just going to go by that stair area in the corner.
Yeah, they spawn by the stairs, and it's kind of difficult to get to them, but at the same point, it's nowhere near as hard to get to them as it is some other maps.
Yeah.
Some of them, like, I can't remember the name. I think it's... Is it a drift? I don't think it's actually a drift. Also, first kill, landed in front of a claymore and actually killed himself with it. I didn't see the claymore until I was in the air. It's like, well, fuck.
Don't you have that explosion too when you die?
Yeah, I had that explosion too with the acid. It still would have killed him because that was the guy that put his own claymore down. Also, this is a very, very useful setup. So I have the, I think it's called Adrenaline Rush.
Yeah.
Where that'll let you
faster and move faster.
Yeah, that combined with the Shockwave Lunge and the Fury attacks is really useful. Also, here was kind of some bullshit. Getting stuck everywhere. Managed to get away, and then we just kind of had a bit of a stare down over here where we were just looking at each other. So, something I've noticed with this Shockwave ability,
what?
It doesn't like to work sometimes. If you want to pounce upward, it just kind of does it instantly the moment you leave the ground.
Does like a cone area effect in front of you or like all around?
It's all around you. You can actually see it on the ground. Like it'll make a area of effect circle on the ground.
I've used it before and it's like I don't get people.
Lag majorly messes with it. Sometimes it just doesn't work and it's really delayed. Like, you get done with the animation entirely. Also, that's what I'm talking about. You touch anything and you just get fucked. And I ended up dying because of that bullshit. I didn't
have with your aliens. Just have the adrenaline rush and exoskeleton.
I have, the thing that makes it so that you're...
Move faster?
No, I have the thing that makes it so that you take a little bit more damage.
Oh, more health?
Yeah. I have that, Adrenaline Rush, the Acrobatics so you can lunge really far away, Fury attacks, and the Shockwave. And this is a really, really good combination, because you can do... Oh, well, it didn't work that time.
That's so funny. I'm gonna grab you.
Well, I'm using this one intentionally, and I don't usually prefer to use this one, but in this combination it works. Also, do not lunge upward or downward. It doesn't work at all.
That barely happens to me, but it does happen.
It happens every time I try it. Like, it just doesn't like to lunge up or down. If you lunge from a ceiling down, it usually works fine, but other than that, it's just glitched.
I like how you're just using this in like an all-out class. I just use this as more of a stealth class.
I think that's the way they intended it to be, but you can majorly just go out and fuck up people's days if you know what you're doing. I kind of got scared.
Well, you do have the Shockwave, so that is good for when you find them in the group.
I like to find stragglers for obvious reasons, but yeah, that can kind of work assuming it wants to work for you. But this is where I started doing a lot better, and you can see how effective it can be if you know what you're doing. You just use the acrobatic lunge and get right next to him, and then just use the Shockwave.
I'd rather pounce on them and attack them.
I prefer to just get up close to him. It's so instant, there's not much you can really do about it. Like, unless they turn and twitch shot you with a shotgun, they can't really stop you. So I started doing a lot better after my first few deaths.
Alien looks like a Triceratops. It's bothering me.
I do like the... yeah, no. I was going to say what Triceratops has a horn, and then I thought about it.
Stupid.
I do like all the customization you can get for the Xenos, but I'm still not entirely sure how to unlock it. And I don't know how I got this kill. It must have been the Adrenaline Rush.
I like the custom skins they had in the, what do you call it, in AVP 3.
Yeah, 2010, that release.
They have the nethead one. Awesome.
I do like the customization, but I'm not a big fan of how you unlock it. As far as I know, you have to complete some challenges to unlock a lot of it.
What the fuck?
And that's what I'm talking about by the bullshit. It's really hard to navigate some of the Xenos. Like, sometimes it just doesn't work. When it works correctly, but yeah. I don't know, it feels like something they could have fleshed out a little better. It's effective when it works correctly is what I meant to say. You know what I meant.
No.
Hey, look at this oblivious person not using his radar.
I think that's where the Crusher is located, like somewhere around there.
I don't know what it is, but it's just like the Crusher sometimes doesn't appear. Like, it's supposed to be in a wall, but you don't see it.
Well, like I said, like feels to me it has to be at least 3 minutes or less until you can get it.
I go there all the time, like whether it's the beginning of a round or at the end of a round, and it just seems like it's not there. I think you have to do a certain streak to actually get it to show up, and I'm not sure. I don't know if it unlocks for the whole team when someone starts doing well or what. And that acrobatic pounce is real good for just like running away instantly.
Yeah.
Although you, this guy got screwed. Fatality.
Oh, I wanted to see that. What is he doing? Just
I think he just grabbed his neck.
That's it.
Not sure. I think it might have like cut his.
Because I have a new one too. And I want to try it out, but I have a hard time getting people with it. Yeah, you should try to like pounce on them and try to do a fatality and see if that works.
That is a good idea, but I'm pretty sure they can get back up and start shooting you before you're able to finish
you're just
it.
gonna miss.
How do you miss from someone that's laying down?
You tell me.
Anyway, for the Xeno side, I went 14-4, which is a pretty good score, and most of those deaths came right at the beginning, where I was just kind of dying over and over, and then started doing better.
Now you're gonna do shit.
No, I actually did pretty good as the human side as well. I find it a lot easier to do well on the human side, just because it's, I guess everyone's kind of been used to it. It's just a pretty generic shooter.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that you can kind of get into real easy. Something I have noticed with the pulse rifle. Whoa, Xeno out of nowhere.
See how helpful that is? You melee.
That's only
You
helpful.
told me it was useless.
It is pretty, for the most point, it is useless, because if that guy was smart and he kept attacking me, I would have died no matter what. The only reason he turned is because he was attacking my teammates that were shooting him. It's like, unless your teammates are around, you're going to die anyway. Or if you have a shotgun, shotguns can kind of help. Also, that guy was using a tactic that I didn't think to use, and for some reason works really well.
What?
He jumped on the ceiling. Don't know what
Start using the tail?
Tail poke. Yeah, he jumped on the ceiling and walked all the way over, and then just started poking people with his tail. And if you walk, you don't show up on the radar, on the motion tracker. So a lot of people didn't know he was there, and you blend into the ceiling really well. Yeah, if you hold down, I don't know if this is default control. I have all mine changed. If you hold down Alt, you'll start walking, and you won't show up on the motion tracker.
Really? I thought it shows up no matter what if you're moving, because it is motion tracker.
I'm pretty sure they don't, because I've been watching them, and it took me a while to figure that out, because I was watching them, like, around a wall holding the motion tracker, walking around, and they wouldn't look my direction, so I'm pretty sure you don't show up. And no one seems to use it.
The motion tracker?
No, walking around.
Oh.
It's, there's certain moments where it's actually helpful.
Reloading.
So, as I was saying earlier, the pulse rifle, I've noticed something about the pulse rifle. It is a lot better if you don't equip the thing that makes the fire rate faster.
Yeah, it works for me.
I think at one point here I actually committed suicide right there.
Oh, I thought you were gonna shoot the rail again.
No, the rails have like the biggest invisible walls around them. It's like a good foot above the actual rail. So if you want to shoot a rocket, be careful,
Or
otherwise you'll
grenade.
kill yourself. Yeah, that too. Anything explosive, you'll end up killing yourself. What was I talking about? Right, the pulse rifle. If you have the faster rate of fire, it's just really, really inaccurate, and the recoil like sways left and right real far.
Yeah.
It's to be honest, it reminds me a lot of how they did recoil in Modern Warfare 3 with the LMGs, and I hate that shit a lot. And in my experience, it just hasn't been effective to have a higher rate of fire on it, especially since it's not really a gun that, like, you can use it up close, but usually the range I start using it is like medium range.
Yeah.
And then once they get up close, I pull out either the SMG or one of the shotguns.
Every time I see that boiler, I always shoot at it like, fuck! I was like, oh wait.
I've done that a few times. People don't seem to get the boiler on this map, like people don't know it's there.
There's that one and there's another one somewhere on the bottom, I think.
Yeah, that spawn, I guess it's just kind of difficult to get to, because all the humans are always nearby.
There's a vent somewhere over there you can crawl through. I'm probably talking about another one.
You're probably talking about the other side. There might be, I'm not sure.
Because there was a vent where you can actually sneak up where you guys are camping right now.
Yeah, I'm the only person that's kind of like actively moving around. All my teammates are just sort of sitting in a corner. Yeah.
I hate that shit so much.
They're the first target immediately because they're not moving. Usually the tactic I use in games is to stay close to the team, but not be like within the main group, because everyone just runs right for the main group.
I just have fun. Just walk around alone. Take all the aliens. Take them all.
I stay close enough to where I could, you know, get, because everyone's gonna go to the main group, so I stay close enough to get enemies instead of walking out on my own. But yeah, the SMG is actually really useful. Oh shit,
Oh,
someone
God.
got the boiler. Fuck that shit. Go for my teammates, don't go for me.
Holy shit.
Got everyone with that. But what was I gonna say? Right, the SMG. The SMG, if you have the highest unlock, the higher fire rate, it's
Yeah.
actually incredibly useful. Like, I don't really see anyone using it.
I've never used it yet.
You've just like not used it ever?
Ever. I'm just using like battle rifle and pulse rifle.
Weird.
No, not battle rifle, I mean the assault rifle.
I use all the weapons. Like I have different setups or everything, I
Yeah.
usually try to keep like long range. Here I tried to throw a grenade and just kill myself and them, but I had no grenades left. But yeah, usually in my loadouts, I usually try to have a long range and close range weapon for all of them. Like if I have a battle rifle, I try to have an SMG. The only close range only map or setup I have is an SMG and a pump action. But even then, you still have some range of the pump action and the grenade launcher.
Yeah.
So yeah, I try to use all the weapons. The only weapon that I'm not really too big of a fan of is a battle rifle. I just don't really like it too much.
Even though it's strong.
No, it's really strong. It's just real slow. I only use it for like counter battling the long range, the spitters.
The only reason I'm using the assault rifle is because of the flamethrower. I love it.
That assault rifle, if you have the 5-round burst, is really useful actually at medium range.
I got rid of that. I like the 3 burst better, and with the flamethrower.
I tried that, and then I noticed that the 5-round burst is actually useful at like medium range, and then when they get close, I just pull out the flamethrower, or just pull out my SMG. So yeah, that's a pretty decent game. Went 26-8. I think that's the best game I've had in this game so far.
Ever.
Well, ever. Yeah, the game's only been out a week.